Microsoft Flight Simulator has landed on Xbox Series X. Yes, it has arrived, taken flight, and aiming to soar to new heights and bring along with it the first major exclusive for the Xbox Series X. I have not been this excited for a game in a long time. Go back on my channel. I'm one of the few YouTubers that believe in consistency throughout years. Yes, not weeks, not months, but years. I was hyping up Microsoft Flight Simulator in June of 2020 for Xbox. Nobody's been more excited for Flight Simulator than me. Dead Metal, the official hype man for the Xbox brand and an Xbox loyalist till the end of time. So Team Green finally releases its first major AAA exclusive, a game that has absolutely smashed review scores and commercial success on PC, lands on the Series X. We're going to get into it. I'm not going to make you guys wait. What were my first impressions as I played Microsoft Flight Simulator in all of its glorious 4K glory on my Series X? And I got to tell you, I put the disc in the tray, I loaded it up, the music, the menu, it all hit me. I knew exactly what I was about to endure. I fired up the game, and holy shit, Microsoft Flight Simulator absolutely sucks. Oh my God, the disappointment. The hate. This is the worst game I played all year. Microsoft Flight Simulator is objectively, indefensibly the worst game to arrive on the Xbox Series X. And that is saying a lot because we got trash like Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, and everybody's favorite Knockout City on there. You got an absolute dumpster's worth of games available on the Series X. But amid that dumpster, amid all of that trash, sits a throne, and Microsoft Flight Simulator has assumed that throne. It insults your intelligence and makes you feel inadequate, all right? This game seems to appeal to the type of person who legitimately wants to pilot an aircraft, right? They want to actually pretend like they're a pilot, all right? I remember when games about flying used to be fun, right? Anybody remember Ace Combat? That is significantly better than Microsoft Flight Simulator in every conceivable way. Microsoft Flight Simulator is a catastrophic mess of a game. On the Series X, it performs embarrassingly. I'm not joking. This game legitimately runs at 15 FPS at times, and you thought the medium was bad with its sub HD resolution. This game's performance not only tanks the FPS, you can very clearly tell they're utilizing dynamic resolution. This is an astronomical embarrassment from Microsoft. I mean, we all thought, let's be real, Microsoft's been a joke for a long time. We all thought that when Halo Infinite, when that reveal trailer came, we knew they were dead in the water. And then they had to delay their game by a year just to make it look somewhat current gen. Halo Infinite very well might exceed Flight Simulator as the most embarrassing display of Microsoft in 2021. But as it stands now, Microsoft are more than content to shovel out subpar games at subpar resolutions with subpar FPS. They fail to optimize their own games. This was developed in-house for PC and consoles. It runs like a train wreck on PC. You need a 3090 to maintain stable 60 FPS. You'd figure on the Series X they could use some of that wonderful console optimization and drill down and get a steady frame rate at a 4K resolution, or get 60 FPS at a sub 4K resolution. But no, we don't get either one. There's not a frame rate mode or a graphics mode. You get one mode, dynamic scaling with the resolution, legitimately looks 720p at times. It is embarrassing. I cannot believe the state of Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series X. And on the Series S, it's even worse. We're talking 540p, the same resolution that The Witcher 3 runs at on the Nintendo Switch. We thought Control was bad. Yeah, no, it gets even worse. The Series S has been dead since December of 2020. It was relevant for about a month when nobody could get any of the consoles, and some people had to get a Series S. But now, the entire series line, whether it's S, X, or whatever mid-gen refresh Microsoft is going to try to milk out in a couple of years, the Xbox brand is dead All right, the Microsoft Flight Simulator crashed. It's burned to the ground, and with it, the entire Xbox empire is toppling. I am so glad that Microsoft can see this monumental failure, and I hope Phil Spencer is crying as he watches the Xbox brand burn, because this is all his doing. Microsoft Flight Simulator is a horrible game. There's nothing fun here. How come these planes don't have guns? Right? Where are the enemy ships? I don't understand. Like, there's nothing to shoot at. My fire button, my right trigger, wouldn't actually propel bullets from my guns. I don't even think the plane had guns. All right? This game absolutely sucks. You're talking about taking flight. All right, you start in an airport, you take a flight, whatever. Yeah, it's nice to look down, look at all the trees and the houses, and you can fly real low and you can crash your plane. That's real fun. But come on, man, where are the guns? Where are the enemies? I want violence. I want gore. I want to see planes blowing up in the sky. I want to take down terrorists. I want to do this, that, and the other thing that Ace Combat did with perfection. Or Blazing Angels. Remember Blazing Angels? That game was an absolute masterpiece. Microsoft Flight Simulator completely misrepresented itself. It completely committed false advertisement. Microsoft should feel ashamed of themselves, trying to appeal to the hardcore Flight Simulator fans like myself who partake in nothing but fantastic games like Ace Combat. And we're used to the thrill of a dogfight, doing barrel rolls, barely dodging out of the way out of enemy fire and getting hit in one wing, so we have to stifle the plane and really try to get our shots lined up. Or we play Star Wars Squadrons where we're piloting our X-Wing and we feel the blaster fire coming in from behind us and we just narrowly dodge out of the way as a TIE fighter races by. You get none of that thrill, none of that appeal, and none of that excitement with Flight Simulator. Flight Simulator will put your ass to sleep, 100% guaranteed. That's all it did for me, but I don't feel like paying $70 for something I can get $5 for at CVS, at NyQuil, right? There's no reason to buy this game. Oh, and for you Game Pass subscribers, wondering if you ought to just download it and check it out, it's not worth your time. All right, it is not worth your time. We're talking a massive install size for a game that you can see everything that it has to offer within a 2-hour span. I guarantee you, you'll be bored out of your mind. Do not buy Microsoft Flight Simulator. Do not download Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you're an Xbox owner, you've already admitted you have an extremely minimal IQ because you're partaking in a brand that releases all of their games on PC anyway. But furthermore, if you like Flight Simulator games and you enjoy the games that I mentioned, Star Wars Squadron, Blazing Angels, you definitely don't want to touch this pile of garbage because they misrepresented what it was completely. This was never, ever advertised, or in any of the reviews that I watched, actually represented to be a boring-ass flight simulator job if you're looking to be a commercial pilot at FedEx, which is actually what I think they're doing it for. They're licensing this out to commercial companies who do international shipping, and they sit the employees down, the would-be pilots, and they make them play this game. Now, half of the employees are going to fall asleep because it's just that goddamn boring, but the other half, the ones who can succeed at it, and they like flying the plane and being slow and just observing, well, those people, they have a mind for one thing. I mean, you know, if they can make it work for them, go for it. So Microsoft Flight Simulator isn't so much a game as it is a tool designed to weed out who can and cannot be a commercial pilot. Props to the people that can do it, but it's not something you should pay for willingly. Microsoft is a joke. Flight Simulator is a joke. I'm going to go snap my game in two and burn it. If you want to see a video of that, let me know.